Hello, Ian Dart. You
Hello.
are on an Ashdown Jones / Sam Club lockdown lesson. So
Good to
congratulations.
see you.
Now we were supposed to go live the other day, which is actually ironic because Ian's here to talk about network connectivity, and we were trying to connect when he was he was on mobile Wi-Fi, and it didn't work. So that's ironic, really, and maybe a little. Maybe we can talk about that.
Yes.
So I've asked Ian to come on today to talk about how to improve your Wi-Fi, because I don't know about everybody watching, but my Wi-Fi has been shocking during the lockdown period, and I really noticed it on Sunday. It literally ground to a halt on Sunday. So I think the whole of Windermere was trying to get onto the Wi-Fi on Sunday. Maybe.
Yeah, and that's usually a problem because of the load on the system. You're all sharing just one exchange, which is probably at Windermere itself.
Yeah.
And the further you are away from the exchange, the worse your signal's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I feel it. I'm feeling the pain. I feel my own pain, and everybody else's pain as well.
You see that stutter in the video. That's what you usually find.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and I'll ask you a couple of questions about that actually, because I want to ask something about that. But before we do, just tell me what does Ian Dart do? Where does Ian Dart live? What's Ian Dart's business?
Well, I own IDC Business Communications, which is what I do. I partner with the one of the biggest comms business to business companies in UK, which is Gamma. They provide a lot of the business comms throughout the UK, and I'm also a Microsoft partner. And what I do, I bring those two things together, and I provide businesses with a managed service, which basically means that I provide their tenant, which is basically their PowerPoint, Word, Excel, set up their system, and also I provide telephone numbers, mobiles, so that say that you're a business and you employ somebody, that we get it so that person comes in and is working for you on day one. He's got his phone number, he's got his laptop with all his apps on it, he's set up, he's got his email, and you're ready to go. So there's, for a business owner who possibly hasn't got the tech experience, we provide that
all the time to try and sort it all out.
Keep things going.
We've got our lovely Tilly Tech.
Yes.
But 2 years ago, she knew nothing about any tech. She's had to learn from scratch, so it's been a bit of a steep learning curve for her.
Yeah, I work with Tilly.
Yeah, she can set up things like emails and stuff, but sometimes it's, to bring in an outside company to get it all done just is a bit of a relief. And then you've got somebody to go to if it goes wrong, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, and it's you provide that service, and it's good. And I work with quite a few electrical contractors, because they might want to install a system, but they haven't got the experience to provide the telephone system. So I just bolt on my services on the end, and that company means it can get more work for it. So
do you find that small businesses come to you almost too late, like they come to you with the problems, whereas if you got in at the beginning of, say, them overhauling their network or something, then maybe you could have preempted the problems in the first place?
Certainly companies that grow and they start with bad practices, and then that then grows with them, unfortunately, and you've got to try and dig that out. Set them up again and try and put them on a better path.
Yeah, I can understand that. So what are the kind of different services that you offer? You offer phone services, Wi-Fi services, is that right? Email.
Yeah, I provide the telephony, which is basically your phone on your desk, and the internet, the broadband services that come into your office. The mobile, if you take a mobile service, which obviously will allow you to answer your calls from your desk phone as well. And aside from that, it's the actual cloud services for Word, your email, so Outlook.
Oh, so Microsoft 365, is it called?
Office 365. So it's and also I provide the domain names and control the domain names. So say Ashdown Jones, is it .co.uk? Yeah. I can provide that as well. So we get across the board. We get a full service for you, and a bolt on for that. If we also provide a managed service for Wi-Fi, so
okay.
so for say hospitality or for businesses, we work for an electrical contractor. They install the cabling and fit our Wi-Fi access points, which we've already set up, and then we set up the cloud controller, which then controls all their Wi-Fi. So again,
Right.
it's all connects in.
Where are you based, Ian?
I'm based actually. Today I'm with my other half. We're in Casterton.
Oh, is that right?
So we're just outside. We can be just outside Barrow. That's one of the places. But Anastasia is she's director of music at Separate Prep School in Casterton, and we sometimes stay with her there.
I used to live in Caston.
Oh, did you?
Lovely place to live. Terrible Wi-Fi. In fact, I was just saying to somebody yesterday that, as you know, Ian, I've moved a lot of times. I don't think I've had a good mobile signal in the last 12 houses I've lived in until now. And now I live in the centre of Bowness, and now I have full 4G, full phone service. It's amazing. Amazing. Honestly, it's like
your house is probably underneath a mast, is it?
Yeah. I can see the mast on Clay Heights. Is that what it is? That's probably what it is. I can see the string between me and the mast, so it's definitely working. So,
that's good.
How have you seen the needs of your clients change in during lockdown the last sort of 6-8 weeks?
A lot of moving home. A lot of I mean, fortunately, with the systems that we provide, they could just pick up their telephone that's on their desk and take it home, plug it into the router. There's sometimes some functionality.
Right.
There are some shortcomings because you've got to make sure that the phone that you've got on your desk is powered, as in a transformer block.
Right.
Because when some phones are powered from the switch in the network cable.
Actually be able to plug it in electronically as well as plugging it into.
Yeah, you've got to have power at home, but once you do that, it literally does connect to your router at home.
Right.
Goes up to the cloud network, and you've got your phone again.
So what you've noticed is people, when you say moving home, you mean they're moving their offices, they're moving their working space home. Yes. See, I'm actually in the office today, but I have had to, because I don't know when I'm going to be in the office, I've had to divert the phones from the office to my mobile. But what I found is that when I get a call, I don't know if it's a call for me or a call for the agency. So I'm answering at the agency, and some of my friends are going, "What are you doing?" It's me. If I haven't got a number in my phone. So that is obviously some kind of fault somewhere that I could have addressed had I known I was going to be doing this.
Yeah, it's what we call business continuity. It's really trying your business continues under a disaster.
Right.
And we're not calling this the pandemic's a disaster, but the actual what you're doing is trying to keep your business going.
Yeah.
By working from home.
Yes.
And so the systems will get better, and because of this, a lot of businesses are now going to be looking at different ways of working. I would think.
I'm sure. Yeah. I was talking to our business coach the other day actually, and he said out of his team, he's got a team of about 20. A couple of people have come to him and said, actually, we'd like to carry on working from home. Is it possible? And he's had to rethink everything he's doing and how phone calls get diverted and whether people are using their mobiles or they're having to get a company mobile. We don't actually provide our team with a company mobile at the moment. And it's something that, we probably need to think about because most of them don't need it. And the ones that probably do need it are happy to use their mobile. But again, it's something we need to think about. But most people don't want to carry around 2 phones. So is there a way of getting 2 numbers and things like that?
Well, what we're going to, it's just come out for us. We're actually looking at using, moving companies' phone numbers to Microsoft Teams. I'm not sure if you heard of Microsoft Teams, but
I've heard of it.
Well, it's that's part of the Office 365 package now.
Right.
And when I say most schools, a lot of schools are using it throughout for their children, for pupils, and for staff, and their remote teaching with it. But also, obviously, you can run your business, and we're now, I think, from the beginning of next month, our managed service will include moving your phone to Microsoft Teams, which means you have an app, Microsoft Teams app on your phone,
Right.
And the calls that you would be getting now, and you don't know who they are, your business calls would be come through the Microsoft Teams app. Your personal calls would just come through your phone as automatically.
That's really clever. I didn't realize that. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we obviously need to have a conversation about that then, Ian, because there's something that we definitely need. So, for example, right. Okay. So that's good as well. We open all day Saturday, but at the moment we don't open Sunday. We've no plan to open the office on Sunday. We don't think it's fair to ask any of our team to be here. But actually, I would like to divert the phone to my, to my mobile. But then I probably would like to screen a little bit, on that, so it's not just indiscriminate all day. And so if it's somebody, that's always the issue, isn't it, for every business owner? So if we've got an important deal going through, I'd rather give them my mobile. But if it's just an early preliminary conversation about a house they'd like to view, then I'd probably prefer them to wait till a Monday. So it's trying to work out how that prioritization is as a business owner and who that responsibility falls on. But something like the Teams app that you just talked about, that could help us prioritize it better, couldn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, also you can have, the person who answers your calls, from the person who comes into your main number, they don't have to be in the office. They can be anywhere, and then divert the call to you.
Yeah,
and you're at home too, so you don't have to be in the office.
No, I'm just looking at the Sam Club because somebody's just made a comment, but I can't see who it is because the name doesn't come up on this. So I'm going to just see who it is. Just excuse me 1 second.
All right.
Jo Island. Okay, thanks, Jo. So she's using it with school.
Right.
You just mentioned, yeah. So that's really interesting. I've got a couple of specific questions for you, and you might not be able to answer this. So sorry for hitting you with these, but if I'm watching, because my Wi-Fi is okay at home, it's Windermere Wi-Fi, and actually Joyce Maguire, who lives at Dome House, right at the top of the hill, says hers is the worst out of the whole of Bowness because it's probably furthest away from the exchange. Mine's halfway up, so I've got a halfway good signal, on my Wi-Fi. So it's okay, and it's also an old house, and my router is a long way away, so I've had to use 3 extenders and all that malarkey, which is just 21st century living. When I'm watching Netflix, it's absolutely fine. When I'm watching iPlayer or YouTube, it buffers. So
it's probably the amount of data that those particular companies are pumping out to support their programs. It's got to. If it's buffering, that means it's taking a longer time to download the data, or it's because there's a lot of people using it at that particular time. You might find it's a particular time during the evening or a particular time during the day when they decide to use their computer.
Well, it's funny because the other day when I was saying I was watching on Sunday and it was shocking, and I was trying to watch something on YouTube, and then I tried to watch something on iPlayer, and then I gave up and went to Netflix, and it was absolutely fine. So is Netflix streaming in a different way? Is that possible?
Yeah, and it's probably also the loading on the BBC's iPlayer app.
Oh, so their own demand on, right, I get you. Not just how it comes to me, it's actually who else is using it.
That's right. There's all different things that really give you a final service that, it's either a yes or a no, really. It's
right. Well, that seems to be a good time to dive into your 5 tips then, doesn't it? So hit us with tip 1 then, Ian.
Tip 1, it's basically straightforward. It's get the best internet connection you can at where you are, but within your own budget. Basically today, there's three different versions you can get. You can get the copper all the way to the house from the exchange, and that was what used to be called ADSL. So that's what we used to have, and that then you can't run watching streaming or anything like that. The next one, which is what most people have, is FTC, which is fiber to the cabinet. So that's basically a fiber BT will run a fiber from the Windermere Exchange to a green box, which is close to your house or
Yeah, it is actually at the bottom of our road. Where's the exchange in Windermere? Do you know?
I don't know actually. I know it's in Windermere. I've just because I've got the map of the county, and it's on Windermere. It's like that's Windermere, and it's like a dot there.
Yeah, I know where my box is. It's at the bottom of Helm Road, which is really close to me, actually.
Right. Well, depending on how far, how from there, it would be copper. So depending on how far away from the green box to your house or your connection will determine your actual signal level.
Right, and that was one of our problems in Casterton, that I think we were so far away from. In fact, I lived in Leck as well, and I think the exchange was somewhere close to Lancaster, or somewhere along that road. So we were just. Right. So he said we couldn't have been any further away from the exchange. We literally were the last house on the wire.
You're better off with 2 plastic cups and a piece of string.
Yeah, I had to use that frequently, or to shout. But we did get barn there, and this is the
yes.
problem, isn't it? But, well, it's a challenge that barn is great for rural areas, but what yes. We've got for little urban areas like ours, where we actually do need barn, but they wouldn't give us it because it's not rural.
Well, that's actually the third one that I've got, which is known as FTTP, which is fiber to the premises. Right. So, and that's what barn is. In fact, barn goes totally the other way, because you get a gigabyte connection, which you can't actually deal with. Really, it's too fast for any of your devices that you could have.
And so when I was offered my Wi-Fi at my house, because I've recently moved, as you know, I was offered those 3. Well, it didn't say in terms of those. It just said 3 levels, 3 prices. So I didn't really know what I was choosing. So I tried to choose the top level, and it said, no, it isn't available. So that's fiber to the house, I presume. So I've chosen the second level, which is fiber to the box. Is that right? Fiber to the premises from BT. I don't think we'll get anytime soon, right?
Because it's not that popular. I mean, it is improving. Admittedly, it is improving, but of the best we can think of getting it from BT would be fiber to the cabinet,
right?
Which should give you a good, depending on how close you are to the green box, should give you a good connection.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's I give it a 7 out of 10. It's not often that I end up with buffering and stuff. Although I have noticed that, now this is interesting, isn't it? On my laptop, it's absolutely fine. If I'm trying to use Wi-Fi on my phone, even though I'm connected to exactly the same extender, it really doesn't like it, especially if I go Facebook Live. So when I do my Facebook Lives in the morning, I have to remember to switch my phone to 4G because it works much clearer than it does on the Wi-Fi at home.
Really? Right.
Facebook Live, yeah. But I can do this on, at home. I'm in the office at the moment. I could do this, but we're doing now streaming Facebook Live. But if I'm trying to do that on my phone, it doesn't work as well.
Yeah, but the interesting thing was that you've got quite a good connection in your office.
Yeah.
If you go across the road to the golf club, for when we've had the Sam clubs,
oh my goodness, you're absolutely right. Shocking.
It's a nightmare, isn't it?
Although I think we've got an independent Wi-Fi here, haven't we, Phil? Yeah. We've got an independent Wi-Fi here. Wi-Fi has been put in by a company, nothing to do with us, to do with Clebarrow, because Clebarrow owns the whole estate. So they'll do
the whole lot, won't they? They'll provide all the units.
Yeah. But for those of you who are watching that have been to the Sam Club at the golf club and, what just chuck their laptops and phones out the window because of the Wi-Fi strength, it's shocking. Really, it's near the door so she can get a signal, because that's the only signal in the whole room.
Yeah, I can't even get one in there. I struggled to get a 3G, 4G after giving up with the Wi-Fi. But there's also the number of people trying to get onto a single Wi-Fi unit.
Because sometimes we have 60 people there, and and I do get that. Yeah. Sorry. So that was tip 1. What's tip 2?
Also, to get a fairly new router, it's there's 2. I'll give you 2 different types, and it's fairly easy. The older type of router is an N type, N for nanny, and the newer type is an AC.
Right.
And the AC is more for the latest mobiles. It runs at a 5 gigahertz, so it runs at a different frequency, higher frequency, higher data rate, which then allows
And how do you
you.
know which is which? Are you looking for the N in the AC, or is there another way of?
Yeah, usually it says on the back.
Right.
It'll say 802.11
Now I
M.
don't know what I've bought, because I've only just bought mine for moving in, and I don't know what I've bought now. But I've got a very expensive set of extenders, but I don't know what I got with. It was actually TalkTalk that gave me the router.
Oh, that'll be an AC.
Right. Okay. Thank you. I didn't even know that that BT owned TalkTalk. I had no idea. Didn't even know it was the same company.
How did I? I don't know that.
Oh, there you go. Nobody knew that. I thought it was behind with that. I heard. Oh no. It is EE.
It's EE. It's EE they own.
It's just got two things together. EE.
Got me going here. I've got TalkTalk.
Right, scrap that. Beep. We'll just have to take that out. Sorry. No. BT own EE. Right. Yes. Not TalkTalk.
No.
Forget that. My home Wi-Fi is with TalkTalk. At the time, they were doing a super duper deal. Something to remember, actually. I will let you take over again. Sorry, in a minute. Okay. I had BT services for years and years and years, and I used to say that even though I've moved 47 times, I've probably had 47 massive rows with BT about getting my Wi-Fi and phone in on the days that they promised. And so in the end, I gave up, because now we've got lots of different Wi-Fi providers. So in the last 3 houses, I've always gone to a different provider. So starting 3 houses ago, 4 houses ago, in fact, I've used a different provider. Then I noticed my BT internet email stopped working. And I phoned and they said, yeah, you see, you're nodding like it's a known thing. I didn't know. 20 years I'd had that BT email account. It's Samantha_Ashdown, btinternet.com now belongs to somebody else. I'm absolutely gutted, and I can't get it back because I didn't know that the two things went together. You should have done. So I said, it's okay, I'll pay for it. They went, no, it's gone. It's gone.
It's gone, yeah. It's the same with Sky. Sky give you a Sky email. And if you need Sky, they just close down your email. So it's always...
To me, it felt like two different things completely. I just got a free account ages ago, but you know, people need to watch out for that, don't they? When you switch Wi-Fi providers, keep an eye on your emails.
Yes, yeah, definitely. In fact, it's best to get a generic one.
I've got your own now, so unless I lose my Google, I've got a Gmail. No, it's fine. Right, sorry. Keep going through it.
Right, so number 3 is get a good position for your router in your house. Keep it away from brick walls. Try and send. It's usually difficult because you've got to put it next to the BT socket.
Mine is in the basement next to the thickest brick wall you've ever seen, because that's where it is. That's where the thingy is. What am I supposed to do? I can't move the master. It says master switch on it. What am I supposed to do with that?
That's because the stone walls. I mean, it's all right with plasterboard walls, really, but it'll just block the signal.
I know it does.
Yeah. So you want to get it central.
Can you get the master socket moved?
You can plug in a extension cable and then run it.
Yeah, I've got the extenders. I haven't got any. I've left my router where it is by the thick brick wall in the basement of my house, but I have got 3 extenders. So one is a bridge, I think, and then the other 2 are around the house, and then they all light up when it's working right. And I connect to the extenders, and it's actually working pretty well. And it's my laptop on my phone seems to pick up the nearest extender that I'm next to. Is that how
I mean, it might be worth, if you can, move it away from the wall a bit. You'll get a better.
It's in the middle of the room.
Yeah, it's what is. I mean, most people will just plug it into the socket and keep it there.
Yeah. And it's an outside socket, and it's probably near a chimney breast and all the thickest walls in your house or whatever. Yeah, it's just, unfortunately, it's what BT have given you, isn't it? Which could have been decades ago.
Yeah, yes, that's quite right. And also, you've got to try and keep it away from items that give out the same frequency, like microwaves. So you might find if you're using a microwave, your Wi-Fi might drop.
Do you remember when you used to use dial-up and you couldn't use anything else in the house at the same time? It's the same thing, yeah. I'm showing my age now with dial-up, but in fact, Phil, do you remember dial-up?
Yeah, just.
Do you? Just, he says just. He's 28, so that's how long ago it was. He just remembers dial-up. I remember it, like, get off the phone or get off the internet, you had a choice.
I mean, they don't know they're born now, do they?
They don't know they're born. Do you hear that, Phil?
Don't know the board.
Okay, let's go to tip 4.
Tip 4. This is more. I mean, let's move over to businesses. Make it easy for people to find. Let's say if you're a hotel or you're a business or a shop and you want to provide Wi-Fi, make it easy for your customers to find your Wi-Fi signal. So that the name of your shop or the name of your hotel, and usually they find it because there's so many Wi-Fi around. They immediately want to get the free one. So make it easy for them to find.
They call it guest or free or something that makes it obvious that it's yours.
Yeah. You just want the business name or the shop name.
You know, when you go into some businesses and there's like, and it's just the BT router and it says, you know, BT Hub, Home Hub or something, and then it says all the password letters. That's probably not a commercial Wi-Fi service. Is that right?
No. I mean, you're talking about something like.
Yeah.
So that, I thought I'd fall into this. So you get all that, and that's the thing. But this is more what you'd see on the ceiling in hotels. All right, so you'd see something like that, and then the cable is plugged in. I guess it's going to be a bit difficult.
Left is right, and right is left.
Goes in there. Yes, it goes in here.
Right, got you.
And that then you have them across the place.
Yeah.
Well, one of them can actually take 50 people, so it's easy. Yeah. So yeah.
Are you paying a sort of commercial license then for that? Is that what you have to do?
But that particular one's no, it's all free. They're basically making the money from the sales of the actual units. But you still need to get it wired up. It's the wiring probably that's going to cost you, and then again you come to I'll then control it. I'll have the controller in the sky, which will allow people to connect to it.
Right, that's clever. Okay, so if you've got sort of a hospitality business, cafe, shop, restaurant,
shops,
something where people, maybe there are some shops, aren't there, that offer it, but it's probably more likely somewhere where people sit down and relax. So it's more like
it's restaurants and hotels, really.
Yes. The amount of hotels we've been to, haven't we, Phil, for events and stuff where the Wi-Fi is just shocking, and you think, well, you know, don't put on a business event if you can't manage the Wi-Fi, you know, because it's so crucial, isn't it?
Well, really, some people come into a hotel, they don't even ask where the restaurant is. What's the Wi-Fi code? It's true, isn't it? I mean,
people are a bit stupid, aren't they? Because it can be written literally everywhere, and they will still ask what it is. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Okay, that's a good tip. Thank you. Right, are we on our last tip?
We're on the last tip, which is really make Wi-Fi your marketing friend. And why I say that is that part of an option you can have with Wi-Fi is to give captive portal. Now, captive portal allows a person coming into, say, your hotel or restaurant to log on to your Wi-Fi, and then they can provide their email address. Obviously, there's some GDPR things, you tick boxes and things like that to go through.
Yeah.
But you give them Wi-Fi, they give you your email address, which then you can use in marketing.
Right.
So captive portal.
That quite a few times, but although you don't really tend to get then any marketing material from them, because this is why they need to come to Sam Club, because they know how to get your email address, but don't know how to then communicate with you afterwards.
That's right. It's all a process, isn't it? It's all a process of getting it through. Yes.
Yeah, and just communicating with somebody as a human. You know, if you're going to get somebody's email address because they want your Wi-Fi, which is a fair exchange, you've then got to be respectful of that person, but ignoring them for the next 3 years and then sending them an offer probably isn't respectful. So it's about then providing them with a kind of nurture email sequence where you can just, you know, talk to them in a nice way.
That's right. Well, some captive portals actually allow them to sign on with their Facebook account.
Yeah, that's good. I like that one. Yeah.
Which then will automatically put a notice on their Facebook page saying, "Oh, we've joined this particular hospitality place, or we're eating at the restaurant." You know, and it gives them something straight away.
Yeah,
a bit of a short-term gain.
There's definitely a marketing angle there. Definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, good.
Okay, so we found out why Netflix is working. We found out about your routers and not to put them next to your wall.
Yes.
Found out about how the different Wi-Fi's are and who you are and what you do for people. How can people get in contact with you, and at what point should they get in contact with you, Ian?
Well, if you certainly if you're starting a business or you're thinking of starting a business, in fact, we've had just going on from the franchising lockdown that you had.
Oh yeah, with the dance, that was good.
Yes, that was quite good. But funny enough, I had somebody coming to me just before we went into this COVID experience saying, can you provide, as part of their franchisor's system, can you provide the Windows Wi-Fi and as a set block to bundle with their franchise system?
Right. Yeah.
So that then means that the person that's the franchisee then gets an email system and gets all start straight away in the right way. So that works out.
That's something maybe we should talk to you about, actually, Ian. Definitely.
Yeah.
In other words, talk early, isn't it? You know, reach out to you early. Don't wait for the problem to happen, which is what we usually do, and then panic.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people usually do. I mean, if any advice I would give people is that if you think there's going to be a problem, then talk to somebody. Yeah. I'm always happy to talk over with anybody who thinks they've got a problem or think they're going to get a problem. Yeah.
So we've already linked your page in here. So
yeah, and
you can go over and give his page a little like, and you can give him some feedback on his Facebook content, because we've been working on that, haven't we, Ian? But I appreciate your time today, and I know it's a tricky topic, and I know that you wanted to go much deeper. We need to keep it light for the lockdown lessons, but I think that was just at the right level, I think.
Oh, well, hoping I hope it provided some information that's be useful for people.
No, it did. I think it's really useful to know, and I've learnt loads as well. So that's always good. That's always good. All right. Well, thank you very much, Ian.
No problem. Take care.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.